lights. Good morning, Sabina. Welcome back to the Beacons Way 100 recce, and the final stage of the route is what we're going to attempt this afternoon. We're here in the Black Mountain Quarries car park, also known as Checkpoint 10, a distance of about 16 miles from the finish. It's currently about 10 past 3, which is actually quite well timed. The cut-off for this last checkpoint on the route is, I believe, about 3:30, and the cut-off for the finish is about 10 p.m. So you've got about 6 hours and about 25 minutes to get from here to get to the finish, a distance, it was said, of 16 miles. Now we're on fresh legs at the moment, or relatively fresh, but old legs. We're going to go and give that a go now, get a feeling for how long it's going to take to do the final bit of the route. We're through the really big hills. We're just coming down off the Black Mountain. This route is going to be predominantly downhill, 5 or 6 miles down, bit of a climb, then a flat run into the finish. So a little bit easier than what we've been doing for the last few days, but it might still be tough. We're going to find out. Let's go for a run. Okay, off the road, onto the path. Almost immediately, the easily marked path disappears. Welcome back to the Brecon Beacons. First mile and a bit is a bit of a wander. There's a not very well defined path, but if you keep the road to the right and don't travel too far from it, you're not going to go far wrong. And if all else fails, come back to the road. But when we get to the road, we're not going to carry on. We're going to take this gravel path off to the left. So let's follow this. Just come down there and rejoin the road, and along the road. 2 miles done. Don't go too far down the road, don't go around to the right. 2 point something, 1 mile, and back onto the mountain. Once again, not a lot of marked path. Your GPX track will sometimes meet a path and sometimes it will veer off it. 3 miles. This appears to be the track again. What sets you on course? It's a little path. Don't get too carried away. If you see a path, check your navigation. The path doesn't always follow the navigation. If you see a couple of stumpy little trees, the path just skirts around those. Get to there, aim for the trees, then there's this little dip in the hill here, a couple of little mounds. I think the path is heading to that. So aim at this, if you can see it. I think that's the route. Report back in a minute. After that sketchy little mile of no navigation, sheep are looking at us, we find ourselves in this little small tiny little valley with short grass and a very well defined path. So we're back to running, yay! Just over 4 miles in. Nice little downhill stretch on some tarmac, about half a mile. As the road sweeps around to the left, we do a right turn. So look out for the signs. Beacons Way. And we're heading towards a castle. Quite a grand looking castle. Okay. This way. Straight ahead, along the path. Through this little gate, I think we go up and around to the right. I don't know if you can make out to the left. That's the castle. How's that for a view? Okay, down we go. Still going downhill, mostly. We come down a path, there's a switchback, but before we get carried away and keep going that way, check the map. I think we're heading towards the castle and the Beacons Way path down here to the right. Another style, lovely. Got a big drop off this one. Again, over the bridge and left again. Come across this bridge, do not go right and up, stay left, follow the stream on the left. That's the Beacons Way. Let's keep going. Coming along this path, I failed to notice the little gate on the left and I carried on up the path, and I looked at my route and realised I was wandering off to the right. So watch out on the left here. It's another style, number 5 or 6, and I think we go down a few steps and get back along the stream. We're going to see how this goes over the next few hundred metres to see if this keeps us on the track. Wasn't expecting a turn off and I did miss it. GPS, what says we're on course? Right, here's this little meadow, let's go. At about 6 miles we reached the valley floor, and I guess we're about 3/4 mile up from there on the road, but it's been a fairly steep climb out of the valley. Carn Goch Castle, I probably pronounced that all wrong. Just up the hill. Shame we don't get to go past it, as in right up to it, but I guess it's a bit of a hike. So we've come up the lane from Castle Cennan Castle, just turn onto this little lane. There's a gate for the Beacons Way, but that looks completely closed, and the route I can see on the phone showing up around the edge of this farmyard. So let's go up here. Let's go up this lane. So in off the road, don't go through the gate, turn right, up here. Just gone past the sign that said Beacons Way footpath and pointed down here. The GPX route takes us across. This track takes us down and rejoins it, so I'm not quite sure which is correct. Anyway, it's the first sign I've seen. It's a brightly orange, coloured orange thing. We'll do what the sign says and just follow this track round. It's only a few hundred metres around the field, I think. Okay. Oh. Interesting little place. Not quite sure what our route is here. Alright, from the castle to the stile, and towards the top left corner of the field, there's another stile and a signpost there. I was a little bit off with my navigation. We probably started from somewhere over there. Oh, seems like ages ago. Okay, so we approach this wall. There's a stile just to the left of it, with plenty of nettles. Let's see what we can do. Path to the left. Okay, let's go up here. We just find a path across here. The track takes us down by the wall, but I don't think that really helps. And I'm thinking this is our way over this wall. Oh, fancy a climb. Just over 8 miles, by the way. Well, that's never happened before. I trod in the bog and pulled my shoe off. Oh, blimey. Okay. Better do some footwear. Back in a minute. Oh, that field was exciting. For a moment I couldn't find my shoe. That was a worry. 8 miles with one shoe. I think we're going down this lane. I'm pleased about that after what we've just encountered. After a little trek down the road, we are crossing over. I think we're going off road again. Yes, here we go. Just over 9 miles. We followed this fence all along, and now we're going into the woods over another stile. Okay. Right, just before we get to this gate, we turn right. 10 miles. And we have a little short climb. Deep into way, straight up top of this field. Definitely not left. Okay. Go along. Right, we're going here. Just come through there. We're going down here. Before we get too excited running down this lane and carrying on, there's a left turn and we leave the road and we're back onto the trail. So don't miss the left turn. Big rocky upcrop just up ahead. Keep an eye on the GPS. We wandered off it, but we're on the Beacon's Way trail. But the Beacon's Way trail is a tiny little grassy path that veers off a slightly larger one. So watch out for turns here. About 12 miles in and still navigating. The edge of this little outcrop, and I think that's the trail going down that way, so it's not too bad. Left turn past the church. This way. Turn left off the road coming out of Bethlehem village. 16 miles and we're going over a bridge, very pretty bridge. Just when we think we can head into the village, we've got to do a left turn and follow the path. We'll be back in a minute, Llangadog. You don't go up the road, you thought right, we're going here. Here we go, Sabina. This is it. You've done 100 miles. Yay, they're all cheering for you. Imagine how you're going to feel coming in, everyone's waiting for you, clapping, cheering, calling your name. You're going to be a hero. You're going to feel $1 million. Here we are. Welcome to the finish, the Beacon's Way 100. You're going to do it. Thanks for coming along for the ride. We'll see you in a couple of weeks. Good luck, everybody.